In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the best ways to make and use rosemary water for hair growth. This herbal infused water does not only just grow your hair, but helps strengthen your hair and helps in the overall health of your natural hair. If you are struggling with thin hair, hair loss, weak natural hair strands, then this video is for you. This spray contains only 2 herbal ingredients that have been proven to help moisturize, strengthen and nourish your natural hair. This spray is also very simple and easy to make. Here I show you how my hair was looking on day 1 when I did my cornrows. And here is 7 days after I used the spray. As you can see, I've gotten a lot of new growth in just 1 week of using this spray. So imagine the results in a month's time. Hello sisters, welcome back. Let's get right into the preparation process. The first ingredient we are going to be using is what we call the cinnamon sticks. I bought these sticks from a local market in my area, but you can also order these sticks, cinnamon sticks, from Jumia or Amazon depending on where you stay. As you can see, I got about 12 sticks, but I'm not going to use all in just one infusion. I'm going to be using about 4 to 5 sticks for one infusion at a time. The remaining, I'm going to be using it in the coming weeks. Now, why am I using cinnamon? I'm using cinnamon because cinnamon water helps to moisturize and nourish the hair, leaving it shiny and healthy looking. Cinnamon also helps fight scalp issues like dandruff because of the antifungal properties it contains. Last but not least, cinnamon also contains a compound called polyphenols that help prevent hair loss. The last ingredient we are going to be using for this DIY infused hair spray is rosemary. Why did I choose rosemary? I chose rosemary because it has powerful antioxidant properties that promote healthy circulation of blood to the scalp in order to support strong and healthy hair growth. The purifying properties of rosemary also help rejuvenate the scalp and fight dryness, itchiness and irritation of the scalp. And with these amazing properties both of these herbs present, that's why I'm using them as a combo for this hair growth spray. Into a container, I'm going to first put the cinnamon sticks, then I'm going to transfer the rosemary onto the cinnamon in the container. Because these herbal sprays do not have any chemical preservatives in them, I make them in smaller batches so that I can finish using them before they go bad. Onto the rosemary and the cinnamon sticks, I'm going to add a small amount of water, just enough to cover the herbs. Then I'm going to cover it and leave it in a dark space for about 24 hours. After 24 hours, this is how our spray is going to look. This look shows how infused the water is. And that is exactly what we are going for. That is why I infuse it for about 24 hours. That way I'm sure the nutrients are properly infused into the water. Next, I'm going to take a sock. Then I'm going to strain the liquid from the solid parts. You could also use a sieve or a strainer. They both work great as well. So there we have it, our herbal infused water for our hair and scalp. I'm going to transfer this into an applicator bottle. That way it's easier to spray or use onto the hair. I did corn rolls and I used this spray on my scalp and it's been about a week. This is before when I did the corn rolls, and this is after a week when I started using the spray on my scalp and massaging it into my scalp. And as you can see, I've gotten a lot of new growth on my scalp. What I do is I use the spray on my scalp, then I massage it into my scalp 3 times a week. And that's how come I saw a lot of new growth that fast. Now, what are the best times to use this spray? 1. During your protective styling. So yes, applying this spray during your protective style seasons is one of the best times to use this hairspray. The second one is during your pre-poo sections. That is when you are taking down your protective style, you apply the spray again and use the spray to detangle your hair during your pre-poo session. That is another great way to incorporate this hairspray into your hair routine. If you are watching this video up to now and you have learned something and you are still learning, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, like this video, and share with your friends as well. Share with your sisters who have natural hair or even permed hair. This spray can also be used on permed hair. You could also share this tutorial to a mom, an aunt, somebody you know who has been struggling to grow their hair. Share this video with them. This video could be of immense help to them. As you can see, after I finish applying it on my scalp, I'm now moisturizing the rest of my hair with it, because we need our hair moisturized so that it doesn't dry out and break. As I mentioned earlier, these herbs contain strengthening properties, and that is what we need for our hair. So be sure to also work this spray well into your hair strands. Do not forget to also work this spray onto your edges as well. You work it into your hair strands, your scalp, your edges. After working this spray onto my hair and my scalp, I'm going to take another 5 minutes and scalp massage. Okay, I'm just going to scalp massage for about 5 minutes. It's very important. Scalp massaging helps the product we just used better absorb onto our scalp so that it can do the work it's supposed to do. After doing this, you can also go in with a good hair oil or hair cream to be able to seal and lock in the moisture coming from the spray we just used. So I'm sure I've answered most of the questions: how to use it, when to use it, how many times to use it in the week, and what to do after using it. I've discussed all that, but if you have any more questions or if something is not very clear to you, please let me know in the comment section. I'll answer all questions I find in the comments. And also, you can use this spray not only on cornrows, you can use it on twists, natural hair updos, locks, and even braids. After using this spray, I'm just going to braid my hair back up, tie it into a band, then cover it with a plastic bag for about 10 minutes. It also helps in better absorption of the product. And one last question I mostly get when I show you about the DIY hairspray I use my hair. One question I usually get is, do you rinse it out after using it? No, do not rinse it out. Do not wash it out. When I use the spray, it's just going to stay in my hair for about 3 to 4 weeks before I shampoo my hair. The remaining parts I'm going to be using for the rest of the week. Then after a week, I'm going to make another small fresh new batch, use it on my hair, and that's how I'm going to continue until the 3rd or 4th week, when it's time for wash day again and I wash my hair. Thanks so much for watching this video. It's me, Seni, and I'm out. And to today's scripture reading: all these blessings will come upon you and accompany you if you obey the Lord your God. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 2.